Hello, welcome to Infilink video tutorial. In this video, we are going to create a small and simple Infilink project, getting data from OPC server and displaying it on two HMI windows. This is a step-by-step walkthrough kind of video. Duration is about 30 minutes. After carefully seeing this video, you will have a quick start for creating your own Infilink projects. So let's get started. Creating SCADA or HMI systems with Infilink is very easy. To demonstrate that, we are going to use this very simple Infilink project. At the top, we have title bar with company logo, company name, and simple time display. On the left, we have navigation bar with two buttons for switching between two HMI windows and an exit button. In the middle, we have two HMI windows. This window is displaying 5 tag values. These values are sent by CapServer EX OPC server. Infilink connects to CapServer EX OPC server using OPC DA protocol. Values for tag 1, tag 3 and tag 4 are changing. I can write the value to tag 2. To do that, click on this rectangle, enter the value and hit OK. The value is sent to OPC server and then to the device and then read back, and that is displayed here. Similarly, for tag 5, I can slide this slider and the value gets sent to OPC server and to the device and then read and displayed back here. Let us click on this Win02 button. We see the value of tag 1 displayed and a bar graph like thing changing the length depending on value of tag T1. This bar graph like functionality is achieved by using Infilink's Resize Animation for this rectangle. Let us switch back to Win01. Now let us check out OPC Quick Client and check out the values in OPC server. I have now arranged Infilink run mode on right side and OPC Quick Client, which has connected to CapServer OPC EX server side by side. We are seeing the same tag values in Infilink as well as in OPC Quick Client. The value of tag 2 is 8487, same here. We'll now write the value from Infilink to OPC server by clicking this button. Write the value, enter it, 8734, hit OK, and I see the value going to OPC Quick Client. So what happens is Infilink writes the value to OPC server. The OPC server is connected with OPC Quick Client and hence we see the same value getting reflected in OPC Quick Client. Let us now switch to design mode of Infilink and check out how this whole project is set up. This is our project opened in Infilink design mode. We can see that it has a title bar, a button bar and a window in between. In the project explorer, we can see that we have these windows listed here and we have tags. There are 5 tags in the group OPC group. Now let's close this project and create a new one from scratch and recreate this project as it is. So I'm closing the project, creating a new project. So I'm making the title my first project. Click create. Okay, we have now a window and a blank project is created. Let's save it. Now I have written down the window sizes on a piece of paper in front of me. Um, my screen resolution is 1600 by 900. So my title bar, I have chosen the size and I'm going to set that size 0, 0, 1595 and 100. I want this window to be visible when the project starts in run mode. I want to name this window as title bar and I don't want the caption displayed for this window. So making all these settings, one more thing, I also want a single border for this window. Making all these settings, I just click apply and OK. So my title bar is created here. I also want to assign the specific color to that window. So I click on this window, right click and go to properties again. Switch on this color box and I have written down the color values which I have used in our project. So I'm just entering the same values here. But you can actually click any value and assign that color. For now I am going to just enter the values so that they are exactly the same as the project we have earlier created. So 228 for red, 228 for green and 228 for blue and I hit OK. So this is the color which I used in my earlier project. So after making the title bar, I want to make the button bar. For that I click new window. I can move this window, adjust its size, but I have written down the size on a piece of paper, so I am just using that size. So my coordinates are 0, 100, 150, 700. My window name is button bar. I don't want the title for that window. I want this window to be shown when the project starts in run mode. I want a single border for the window and the color which I want is, again I am entering the value here and I hit OK. My window is exactly arranged where I want with the right color. Then I have to create two more windows here. So I create new window. This is the window where my actual tag values are going to be displayed. I am now setting the correct size for that window. Let me give the name Win01. I don't want any title. I want this window to be shown when the project starts. A single border. The color is 192, 192, 129. So I am entering the same color 192, 192, 129. And the size I want is 150, 100, 1445 and 700. So hit OK and my window 1 is now arranged. I can scroll the view and go to the bottom of the window or to the right of the window. Now I want my another window to be exact copy of this. So what I'm going to do is go to project, save in between. So I want my window 2, which is exactly same as window 1. So I'm going to click on this window 1, right click and say duplicate. So a copy of that window is gets created. I just have to adjust its position. So I go to properties and I enter the exact same position, 150.100, 1445 and 700. Rest of the properties are the same. I just want to change the win name. So I enter win02 and hit OK. So these two windows are exactly one on top of one another. I see in the Explorer, Project Explorer, all my windows are listed here. Currently only 16 tags are there. So now after creating all of the windows, I want to set up my tags. For that purpose, I go to Project, go to Tag Groups dialog. I have to create a tag group and that tag group will be using OPC tags. So I have to create OPC tag group, clicking this button. I'm going to name it OPC group. I'll be using kept server EX as my OPC server, and to get the program ID I have to click this button. Kept server EX is installed on this system, and hence when I click this button, Infilink goes to system registry and finds out which OPC servers are installed on this machine. I find that kept server EX version 6 is installed on this machine. I just click it and hit OK. Note that if your OPC server is on some remote machine, you can click this button and enter the remote machine name so that your OPC server can be running on some other machine connected on the network, but you can still use it from this computer. Currently, my OPC server is installed on the same local machine, so I can just go ahead, hit OK, and rest of the parameters are fine with me. I just hit OK and my OPC group is created. Ensuring that my OPC group entry is clicked here, I go here and click this button and I start creating OPC tags. So first thing I want to know is which tag from the OPC server I am going to use. So the first field is server item. I click this button and Infilink goes to the OPC server, makes the query about what tags are available in the OPC server. So these are all listed here in this group box. I go to the bottom. I want to use the tags from channel 1. It's device 1 and I want to use tag 1 as my server item. So select tag 1 and click OK. So the server item which Infilink will use from OPC server is channel1.device1.tag1. Infilink has given by default this tag name, but I want a shorter tag name. Hence I am changing that tag name as tag 1. I want to see that value as long data type, so I'm changing this and hitting OK. But before doing that, I'm going to copy this into clipboard, hit OK. So my tag 1 is created. I'm going to make 4 more tags in the same way. So click this new tag button. I can go ahead and select tag 2 or server item like this and search for channel 1, device 1 and tag 2 here. But instead of doing that, I'm just using my data from clipboard, pasting it here and changing it to tag 2. I know this exactly same thing applies for tag 2 in the server, and type tag 2 here, set the data type long, apply. So I'm going to repeat this process 3 more times and create my remaining tags. So my 5 tags are created, the values of which Infilink will be getting from OPC server. I close this dialog box, and now I see in the project explorer under the group OPC group, I see these 5 tags. Now let me switch back to creating the graphics. For the time being, I'm going to close this project explorer so that we have open area to work with on the graphics. Now I'm going to first create this title bar, go to graphics tab, and I want to put the company logo first. That's a bitmap I am using. So I choose this bitmap tool and make a rectangle here. So Infilink is asking me which bitmap I should use from the file. So that I have stored that in the logo folder, and that's a JPEG file. So I create JPEG and I'm using this logo. Let me restore its original dimensions, and my nice company logo is here. I'm going to put company name here, so I'm going to use a nice wizard. I'm going to view project explorer and go to wizards, and I'm going to use this object. Oh, not this object, but this object. Properties. I want this kind of thing, and label is my company name. Rest of the properties are okay. I just want to have some different color, some lighter color. Hit OK, and I see my company name is displayed nicely. Just adjust the size a little bit. I want to put the time display here. There is a 16 tag which is formatted time, and that tag will tell me the 16 time whenever Infilink project is running. So to show that value, I'm just opening the project explorer's project tab, and this is the formatted time tag. I want to use that tag. I click on this tag, drag and drop that here. So I see my text object is set, which will display time 16 time here in the correct format. Now we'll see exactly how this works after some time, but currently our entire title bar is set. I want to display, this is now window 1. I want to display values of these 5 tags on this window. So when I click on this window, my title bar reflects the window name. If I double click here, window 2 comes here, and the title bar reflects that window 2 here. These two windows are very identical, so we are not getting the difference just now, but let me open up window 1. Window 1 is here. Now I'm going to display 5 tag values here. So I go to project and I simply drag and drop So values of my 5 OPC tags will be displayed here. Let me just nicely arrange these objects. So arrange to left, select this, right, and now this display is nicely set up. Let me save the project and try running it and see how it works. Okay, so my Infilink run mode is running. It is showing the time, my company name, company logo, and the 5 values from the OPC server. Infilink is getting those values from OPC server and displaying them here. So till now we have done well, pretty well. So I'm going to close the run mode and continue with my work on the design mode. I am now working with Infilink design mode again. This is my window 1. I want to open window 2, and on this window 2, which is shown here in the title bar, I want to display the value of tag 1 again. So I select the tag 1, drag and drop. Value of my tag 1 will be displayed here. I want to create that bar graph like object. So I go to graphics tab, select rectangle and draw a rectangle here. Want to select a different color. So let me give some different color. Okay. Now I want to change the size of this rectangle as the value of tag 1 changes. So I'm going to right click and select animations. I can do that by hitting F5 key also. So I'm going to use the resize animation, which changes the size of the object depending on the tag value. So that resize animation is here. I click this button. I will select the tag which I want to use for animation. Click this button and I want to use tag 1. So double click. It's shown here. My value of the tag is, let's say, changing from 0 to 100, and I want the object to be resized by keeping the left edge as the anchor edge. The object will be resized from, this is the minimum size and this is the maximum size. So Infilink automatically puts those coordinates here. You don't have to enter the coordinates manually. Hit OK and hit close. So in the run mode, this object will change its size as the value of tag 1 changes. Let's go to run mode and check out how this works. Save the project, go to run mode. Okay, I see the value of tag 1 is changing. The size of the rectangle is changing as per the value of tag 1. I can go to window 1 and my 5 tag values are getting displayed here. So far so good. Close the run mode. Now instead of going through menu item to switch the windows, I am going to create buttons here so that operator can switch between different HMI windows. Let me go to graphics tab, select a button object and draw a rectangle here. Go to properties and give a title or caption 101. Duplicate that object, change the properties and save into. So in the run mode, whenever I click this button, I want window 1 to be open here. I click this button, window 2 should open here. This is achieved by attaching scripts, button scripts to this button. So click this button, select it, go to animations, and this is the button which allows me to attach a button script. Click that button. So I can attach the script when the button is pressed, while the button is pressed, or on button up. I like to use on button up event to show or hide the window, and I'm going to use show, and when 01 I have to end my statement with a semicolon just like in C. So this show and window name in double quotes and the statement terminated by semicolon forms a window script statement which will cause win01 to be opened and shown in the run mode. To see whether my script command is acceptable to Infilink, I click verify, and Infilink checks the script command and tells me that, oh yes, there are no errors and I can move ahead. So whenever there is any animation attached to any object, Infilink tells me or gives me feedback that with this little blinking rectangle that this object has an animation attached to it. If I click this button, there is no blinking rectangle, so I know there is no animation behind this object. The animation is also displayed here, exact script displayed here. So let me click this object and I see the script which is attached here, show win1, is shown here. So whenever there are many objects here and I just want to see what animations are attached to the objects, I don't have to open up animation dialog box. I just click on the object and I see the animation. Whenever it is attached to the object, the animation is shown here, the tag is shown here, and the animation attached is indicated with a little blinking rectangle in the top left corner of that object. So these are the nice little features offered by Infilink which are very useful whenever I am designing my large projects. So I have to attach same script to the this button, go to animation, go to button scripts, select button up event and type the script show in double quotes when 02, terminate the statement by semicolon, check whether everything is okay, no errors. Just to check it, let me introduce an error and say verify. Okay, it tells me that the semicolon is expected at the end. Give the semicolon and hit verify again, no errors, that's fine. Hit OK, close, and now window 2 button will show window 2. Let me select both of these objects and arrange them nicely with a left edge aligned. I also want a exit button on the screen, so I'm just going to copy this button, place that button here, change the color with some different color. Okay, this should be nice color for exit button. Change the title with exit and change the script on the button. So the script command for exiting out of run mode is syscommand.exit. Let me verify it and it says no errors. So this button will cause run mode to exit. That's okay. Save the project and try running it. I see win2 is shown. I switch to win1 so that I can now click these buttons and switch between HMI windows here. So in this way you can have a navigation bar with many buttons for displaying various windows, and then in this area you can display various windows. So far so good. Let me exit and I'm back to design mode. Okay, our example project also is going to write back the tag values from Infilink to OPC server and then to the device. Let's do that now. I'll be creating a rectangle object in front of tag 2 and I want to set it up such that whenever I click this rectangle object, there will be a dialog box popped up and I can enter the value of tag 2, and that value of tag 2 should be getting written to OPC server. So to cause that to happen, I select this object, right click, go to animations, and again I use enter data animation by clicking this button. Select the tag, which should be tag 2. I want to write the value of tag 2 to the OPC server. The data entry method, I will select pop-up dialog box where I will enter the desired value. The default for data type for range is okay for me just now, and I hit OK. So the enter data animation is attached to tag 2. So in this way I will be changing the value of tag 2. I also want to write the value of tag 5 from Infilink to OPC server. I'm going to use a different slider object for that purpose. So let me go to Project Explorer, select the Wizards tab, and here is a slider object which I can use for changing the values of the tags. Select that and draw a rectangle here. A slider wizard object is created. I just have to attach the tag 5 to this object. So click, go to properties and go to tags and select tag 5. Rest of the stuff is all okay for me. So now in the run mode, whenever I slide this slider, the value of tag 5 will change and it will get returned to OPC server. Let me save the project, run the project. And now I can slide the slider. And as I am sliding the slider, the value of the tag is getting returned to OPC server, then to the device, and it is getting read back and the value is getting displayed as tag 5 value. So you will see that how with these wizards it's very easy to manipulate the tag values. Infilink just offered me a scale from 0 to 100, a pointer, and this entire object is attached to tag 5, and this all I achieved within few seconds. So I slide the slider, well, value of tag changes. Let's finish up the remaining work, exit out of this. We are almost done. There are few more things I want to do for this project. Remember, we have menu still displayed in the run mode, and I don't want to give access to that menu in the run mode. That I can do by going project properties, and I should be able to disable the menu bar in the run mode. So hit apply. I also want that my win1 should be my window 1, which should come up while at the start of run mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that window 2 should not be displayed when the project starts. So I go to properties and I uncheck this box for window 2 so that this window should not be shown whenever run mode starts. You will notice that in this window list in Project Explorer, the icon here is in blue for the windows which are shown at the project start, and the icon is not filled with blue color for the windows which are not shown at project start. So Infilink gives lot of clues to me while designing the project about what exactly is happening behind the scenes. Let me save the project and check how it runs. Now the run mode menu has disappeared. My window 1 is the default window which is shown on the screen. I can click On window 2, go to window 2 which shows my tag 1 and the value changing. Go to window 1 by clicking this button. I can write the value to tag 2 by clicking this button and changing the values. Let me write the value as 5555 to the tag. The value gets written. I can slide the slider and see that the tag 5 value change. So I'm done. This entire project is set as we seen it before. So this is how you will set infilling projects quickly. Let me exit out of this window. We are back to design mode. And folks, this is almost all the information which you need to get started with Infilink. Quickly set up your projects, create different objects, create animations, and start viewing your tag values which you will get from OPC server. Thanks for watching this video and bye for now.